At the Larson Law Firm, we work exclusively with physicians and dentists to do comprehensive estate planning work. One of the things that we are passionate about is not only passing your assets and your money to the next generation, but passing your values. Often what we see from different attorneys are that a trust will say your children, your nieces and nephews, or the list goes on, your beneficiary will get X amount of dollars at age 25, a third at age 30, and a third at age 35. Well, the problem is when the kids know a big pot of gold's coming at age 25, that really affects the way they live their life in their early 20s or in their teens. And so we want to customize, instead of having the cookie cutter plan, we want to customize the way those distributions are passed out. The Larson Law Firm is part of a network called Doctors Only, and we specialize and work exclusively with physicians and dentists. We often get the question, well, why do you work with doctors and dentists exclusively? Number one, we see often doctors coming in and they haven't even thought of or drafted a simple will to appoint guardianship, let alone looked at revocable trusts and HIPAA releases and powers of attorney and things of that nature that are part of the basic estate planning picture. And so what we want to do is consolidate all of the different moving pieces when it comes to moving your assets to the next generation, as well as protecting the assets and money that you've worked hard for now. You can't have an estate planning attorney that does estate plans on Tuesdays and traffic tickets on Wednesdays. There's a very specific type of planning that is required for high net worth people when it comes to estate planning. I'll never forget the day when I picked up the phone and I got a phone call from one of my anesthesiologists. He says, "Randy, I have something to tell you. I hit a bicyclist in the crosswalk with my car," and was worried immediately for a massive lawsuit. A lot of times doctors think that the asset protection issues stop whenever they leave the hospital. But often that's just when the asset protection issues start. A lot of these physicians, if you have an MD behind your name, people think you have all this money, even though you have a lot of student loan debt or a mountain of credit card debt. It doesn't matter. If you have an MD behind your name and you slip up, all of a sudden you may have a large lawsuit on your hands. We want to protect with cutting edge asset protection strategies the money and the assets you have worked hard to accumulate.